Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out.
What's going on, family? You guys are so amazing. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS, the podcast. AOS Notes. I got to drop something. You already see the thumbnail and the title. You already see it. But I got to drop this. But before, let me say this. All my fellas, I want to tell you this, fellas. A real female is not moved by your money. Let's really be honest. I'm not talking about the women that go crazy because you drop a couple dollars, or women that go crazy because you got a nice car, or women that go crazy because you have a nice house or you live in a nice zip code. Not talking about those women, but a real solid woman is not moved by your finances. She's looking at something totally deeper. What do you bring to the table outside of finances? Let's really be honest. Because the truth of the matter is, but before I get started, you already know this is part 2. I just had to put that little soundbite in there for y'all. This is the podcast. But I got to be honest. I had a conversation. This is part 2. You already know what we talked about on part 1. If you didn't, go back and look at it. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube. Check it out. Part 1. This is part 2. But I had a guy, he said this. This is what he said. That's why I said I had to get the females and the men. Yesterday was the women, today is the men. I had a guy said, man, I'm done with females. I'm done. I'm just going to stay out here, do my thing. If I meet a female, we kick it, we hang out, we do what we do. That's it. So I was like, okay, why do you say that, right? And of course, this is a guy that has a little change. He said that every female that he meets wants his money. Okay, so I had to assess the situation. Ladies, I got y'all yesterday. Today, I got to holler at my fellas. I got to get them, because this is the thing. Ask yourself this. What do you lead with? I'm going to start with that with the fellas. What do you lead with? I get it. You think in your mind that every female wants your money. Or because this is the truth of the matter is, right? A person that doesn't have money would say, my life would be way better if I had money. But then soon you get money, you be like, oh man, it's, I've met so many people that are millionaires, right? Millionaires, not just 200,000, no, millionaires, right? I've met people that are millionaires that have said, listen, I got to be honest. My best years was when I was broke financially. I met one person, they was like, when I became a millionaire, that year I became a millionaire, it was the best time of my life financially, but it was the worst time of my life personally. Let's really be honest. So really breaking that ideology down that money would change your life, it will. And I would rather be with it than without it, of course, that's given. But when you think that you can lead with money and impress a female and get a female, look at the bait that you're trying to catch something with. The bait that you're using is going to do what it's intended to do, right? So if you throw out money, that's why I was talking to the female, so I ain't talking to y'all right now. But if you throw out money, what do you think that she's going to look back and try to get? When you lead with finances with certain type of females, right? Certain type of females, what do you think that she's going to respond to? How do you think she's going to act? And this is the thing. This is what I've discovered, because I was once there, right? You already know we always transparent in this podcast. In high school, females like, nah, he the funny dude, but I don't want to mess with him. I was always the jokester. Like, I would joke you out. I didn't get no females in high school until I graduated high school and I became a merchant marine, and I had money like that, right? Like money. I had it. But the issue was I was attracting the wrong people, the wrong females, because I had money. They saw the cars, they saw the jewelry, they saw the clothes. This guy's getting it. This is who I need to be connected to. And I want to share this with you. I can only speak like this because it's not from what I'm thinking or what I read. It's what I've experienced. Most men lead with their money. I'm not saying all men that have money. No, that's not what I'm saying. We're not all like that. But a lot of guys that lead with their finances have some type of insecurities. That's facts. Either you didn't look good in high school or you didn't look good growing up, because the truth of the matter is, some people, I ain't gonna say all people, some people, as we're pertaining to men right now, some men age better and look better when they get older versus when they were younger. When they were younger, just all funny looking. But now that they're old, like, oh man, females be like, oh man, they look good, right? They age right. They age gracefully, if I should say that, right? So, but Any guys, most guys that lead with their money have some type of insecurity. That's truth. That's bars. Guys that lead with their finances, or hey, baby, I got this Rolls Royce, I got that G-Wagon, or this is a play that I used to do, right? So I would see somebody, she would play me, didn't want to talk to me, so then I try to hurry up, and we were going to the parking lot at the same time. I can only talk like this because it's from experience. So if we were going to the parking lot at the same time, I knew that I had one of my hot cars. I knew it, right? So what I would do is, I knew we were going to the parking lot, I knew we were going to the same direction. What I would do is, you good? You playing me? Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. I would rush ahead just to get to my car so that she can see my car. Then there has been some times that scenarios have changed. She saw my car, was like, y'all seen the video Gold Digger? Come on. Why do I have to do this video when you guys have seen the prank videos of Gold Diggers? Y'all seen it. Y'all know what happens, right? So got my car. Her whole tune changed. Like, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you right quick? No, back then, remember you trying to play me? Like, that was my card. Why? Because I was insecure at the time. Like, now, I'll pull up in a regular car. You don't know what I have. It doesn't matter. I can have $200,000 cash in my pocket, in my book bag. It doesn't matter. I'm in a regular car. It doesn't matter. I'm not insecure in that perspective anymore, right? Once you grow to a place to understand this, money is not everything. Money is great to have. And I hate when people say this, money is the root of all evil. No, that's for people that don't have any money. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's what it is. Now, I believe that money comes so that you can serve your purpose. That's what I believe. I believe that money comes, God gives you money so that you can serve the purpose that he has intended for you to be on earth. That's what I truly believe. Now, some people use their money for other reasons. Yes, you can manipulate people. This is another thing I want to tell you. There's a major difference between manipulation and motivation. Motivation helps the other people out, right? That's what motivation does. Manipulation only helps you out. And if they get helped out in the process, it is what it is. It's cool, but manipulation is for you. So I began to think about this thing, and I asked him, I said, so every female, and that, because a lot of people put emphasis, every female. So you meaning to tell me that every female that either approaches you or that you approach and you take out, all they want is your money? Like, let's really digress and break this thing apart. The question becomes, as it pertains to your finances, what are you leading with? I love it because I have a lot of 80s babies, and somebody asked me, what is your audience? My audience is women between the ages of 25 and 45. That's my group. I get a lot of guys. I get a lot of, I get a few older people, seasoned people, but my core audience, as we looked at the analytics, my team and I, we looked at the analytics, is between 25 and 45. Many of you remember this movie. You remember the movie Coming to America. I love what he did. He went to America, Eddie Murphy, went to America to sow his royal oats, so they thought. But what he really did was he went to go find him a prince. A prince. He better not be finding a prince. He went to go find him a queen, his wife, right? His wife. So what happened was he met this woman, and he wanted to appear to be broke. Because this is the understanding. When, in fact, you see me how you see me, that's what you're going to fall in love with. If you see me being rich, you're going to fall in love with me being rich. If you see me broke and you're rich, and you give me the time of day, chances are you're not in it for what I can give. You're in it because of me. And that's the whole concept behind Coming to America, why Eddie Murphy did what he did. Now, I love that part. Why? Because he had it, but he didn't have to flaunt it. Bars. I want to suggest right now, most guys, females just eavesdrop real fast. Guys that try to show you that they got money, they don't have much money. I don't have to show you, right? That's why most people can look at your watch and be like, oh man. Like people with real money. So that's a nice watch. It doesn't have no diamonds on it, nothing. They understand, I would say brand. No, it don't have to be a popular brand that most broke people, when I say broke people, even though you got a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 watch, the average person, if it's not iced out, won't know that, oh man, that's an expensive timepiece, right? People, guys with money don't have to flaunt that they have money. That's a big bar. Like, that's a really big bar. I'm talking to all my ladies right now. Just for a quick second, eavesdrop and get up out of here. A man with real money will not flaunt that he has money. I'm talking about life-changing money, right? I'm not talking about, okay, he got 50,000, 60,000, 100 grand, maybe $200,000. Nah. That's not life-changing. Like, I still got to continue to work. I may have to, I may can invest this, but if I invest all the money that you have, it may leave you broke. So, no, I'm talking about real money, right? Somebody with real wealth will not. I'm going to give you a good flex. It's a guy that I follow. I'm not going to shout him out because I'm not getting affiliate marketing for this. But one of the guys that I follow, he fixes credit. And one thing he highlighted in his video, he looked at Elon Musk. And Elon Musk was holding his child. And he looked at the shoes that his child had on. He looked them up. He Googled them. Did you know the shoes? You already know Elon Musk. Wealth, right? Wealth. One of the richest men in the world. His child had some shoes from Target. Now, let me fast forward, rewind this back. Why didn't he have no Louis Vuittons? Why he didn't have Gucci's? His child, why his child didn't have no Gucci's? Gucci, I mean, I know many of y'all done bought y'all babies that they gonna grow out next week of the shoe. Louis Vuitton, Gucci's, Jordans. Jordans for a baby is like $60. I get it, y'all rich. I get it, I understand. But what I'm suggesting to you, real money don't have to flex that they have money. You'll just see it. Money is not silent. Like when you really have it, it's hard to be like, you know, it's hard to just say, it's difficult. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna pause right there for the cause. When you in fact have it, it's hard to silence that thing. People are gonna know. Not when you walk in the room, but they're going to tell by your moves. That's why I say a real woman is not moved by your finances. Because this is what an old lady broke down to me one day, right? This is when my mind began to shift. And somebody had asked her, they said, what kind of man do you like? I like a man. And she, really? Why don't you like a man that drive a nice car? She said, baby, I ain't worrying about a man that drive a nice car. They said, why? Because if he drives a nice car, he has a nice car note to go with it. Not just stopping at car note. Insurance. Not just stopping at insurance, maintenance. So a real woman understands, an older woman. I'm talking about a woman that's not dealing with a guy with millions of dollars. I'm talking about a female that's dealing with the average dude, your average everyday guy, right? She understands this. When you have this expensive car, it's taking finances out of the house. So which means is if you start with $1,000 and your car note is $500, half of that $1,000 is gone. That's how she's looking at it. That's why I say that real women, they understand this. You can flex and flash all you want. That won't impress me. What will impress me is, do you have stability, right? Because I've met so many people that have money that dropped off the next year. Or people that really had money like that went broke because of their lifestyle, and they didn't have the investments or the smart investments coming back. Last but not least, T-Pain at one time had $40 million in his bank. This is public record. He said this on the Breakfast Club. He said, Charlamagne, he said, what's the most that you had in your bank at one time? He said, $40 million. He said, then how broke did you get? He said, I got so broke to the degree where I had to ask somebody to pay for Burger King for my children. Real money doesn't have to flex. Like, why am I trying to impress you for? Think about that, fellas. The next time you find a female that, you know, you may have a little coins, cool. But what do you really want her to get out of this interaction? Like, I tell you this time and time again, you need to date with intentionality. Not just to smash, not just to hang out. No, date with intentionality. Like, what am I getting from this exchange? Am I growing? Am I helping you get to the next level? Or can we maybe get together and do something great together? Know what you want before you start dating. Because if you lead with money and get mad because all she wants is money, that's your fault. Because what you led with. Stop leading with finances, thinking that you're going to get somebody that cares less about money. The thing that you put the most emphasis on will be the very thing that they gravitate to. That's it. How do you fix it? Lead with something better, with more substance. AOS Notes, I love you guys. I'll holler at you later.